Welcome to the channel. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I wanted to make this video just because Elden Ring has been a favorite of mine for the past week. So here is a list of all the legendary armaments and some honorable mentions that I found fun in this game. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get on with the weapons. Alright, so the first weapon, or the first legendary armament for that matter, that I'll be showcasing is the Sword of a Knight in Flame. And here's the moveset. Okay, the next legendary armament, Greatsword, is Rise Executioner Sword. And the cool thing about this one is the unique skill, or the Ash Border, I don't know. And here's the moveset. Now for one of the cooler weapons that has been brought back from Bloodborne and the other Souls games. This is honestly one of the cooler weapons that is in this game, honestly, but I haven't used it too much, so here it is. The next weapon is the Grafted Blade Greatsword. This one I personally haven't used because of the stat requirements in the early game. Now since I can use it, I don't really use it because of all the other weapons in this game, honestly. They look cooler and they also have like this nice feel to them. I don't know how to explain it, but here is the Grafted Blade Greatsword's moveset and how it looks. The Ruined Greatsword, Colossal Sword, is one of the cooler Ashes of War, in my opinion, but it has a pretty high strength requirement for early game, but more towards end game and Journey 2 and 3, this requirement really isn't that hard to get, but if you spec into, let's say, into intelligence or dexterity, then you could obviously respec your stats, but it is always up to you. So here is the moveset. The Eclipse Shuttle is also a cool weapon. I feel like almost all of the legendary armaments are pretty cool, except maybe for Golden Order Greatsword in terms of the weapon art, or Ash of War. It looks really cool, but the Ash of War is, I don't know. And here is the moveset for the Eclipse Shuttle. The Devourer Scepter is, as you can see, a great sword. Most of these weapons, these legendary armaments, I don't have leveled up because I don't really use them. They're cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't use them. But this is to see if you like these weapons. So, let's move on with the moveset. Now the final legendary armament that I ever got was because this is missable. Very missable in your first or second playthrough without maybe exploring more. I personally didn't explore too much, but I'm starting to explore a lot now, so. This weapon is cool. It's probably the coolest Ash of War I've ever seen, or weapon art I've ever seen for a weapon. I don't know. Just lightning. Lightning to me is pretty cool. Little hint there, but let's continue with the moveset. The next legendary armament is a greatsword called the Golden Order Greatsword. These are the stats here of the legendary armaments. And here's the moveset. So, it seems that I have missed a Ash of War or weapon art on the Golden Order Greatsword. It says here that raise armament in a salute, releasing a golden explosion and releasing input send out waves of golden light. And I've always wondered what that was, because well, I just did it there. But I was wondering what that was because I knew there had to be more with this sword. Because it just like look at it. And basically what you have to do is press L2, and then after that first, oh well, I ran out of feet, but basically after the first time you do the stance, you do another input shortly after, and it sends out a wave of light on that last swing. And finally, we honestly have some honorable mentions, because there's some weapons that, in my opinion, should be legendary armaments, but it's only based on their looks, per se. Not really like their backstory or how you obtain it. So, here are, I think, two that are honestly just pretty sick weapons. Let's see. Maybe 3? 4, maybe? Even the Dragon King's Cragblade. Like, this is pretty cool, actually. And, I will be showing these weapons. Oh, as well as Handmania. But, anyways. Any little sidetracks there. So, next weapon is Blasphemous Blade. It's a really, really good weapon. Get it from Rykard. I won't say much else. But you do get it from Rykard. Now, the thing is with this weapon is it says here that some HP is restored upon defeating an enemy, and that's with just the normal sword. But when you use the unique skill or the weapon art, the flames steal HP from those they touch. And basically, these are those flames. You've probably already seen these, maybe in an online game, or you probably have it yourself. But I just wanted to give this sword a special mention. Hellfed Steeple is also another one. It looks pretty cool, but although this Ash of War might not be the greatest, it's still a pretty cool weapon. And I feel like this could be useful in some bosses since it adds magic damage to attacks. And here's what it looks like. With that red glow at the top, I really like that. And here is the weapon art. Ash of War. It sets the sword with magic, and it basically does magic attacks. These are obviously my own personal opinion, but I just think that's sick looking. And there's also another great sword, the Sacred Relic Sword, and I believe this one is located Divine Tower of Caelid. Oh, and yes, I don't have that many graces here, but it is for like my platinum. I got the platinum in this playthrough with my third ending, so you basically want to go to the Divine Tower of little accent. What? want to go to the Divine Tower of Kaled, and you want to go to the basement of it. I won't say how. There's going to be parkour here. But it is a pretty cool weapon. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I'm getting swords mixed up. So this sword, is the one you actually find in the Divine Tower of Kaled. Sorry for that. Wow, I just had the realization. Basically what this does, then you do another sword. Like, it's kind of useful in some situations, but in other times, no. Sadly. It's a fun weapon to try out, as well as the Royal Greatsword from Blythe. It's a pretty sick weapon. Here's the Ash War. Pretty cool. If an enemy is weak to frostbite, I think, or just frost in general. That's also a good weapon. And we've got 2 more weapons here. Probably 3, actually. We all know Rivers of Blood. Yes, I have 2. Yes, I have 2. These were the weapons that I was using when I first started the game. I don't know. I was having a fun time though, but the next weapon, oh, I forgot to show the Relic Sword. Well, I forgot where to get this, but the L2 is just so sick. Like, this could clear out rooms easily. Very, very easily. And that's what I've been using, along with the Blasphemous Blade. But I'm going to start using like the Darkmoon Greatsword, Golden Order Greatsword, Elfin Steeple maybe, Armorized Executioner Sword. Because it's nice to have some variety too. And now, for the last 2 weapons, I'll show Dragon King's Crown Blade last. We all probably know Hand Blade. This katana. From pretty hard boss, you know. I did have some help with this boss. Primarily because I really wanted this katana. Here is the weapon art. Something straight from an anime, and that's probably why I liked it so much. You can also do it just once, and you can combo it twice. Like, you don't have to combo it fully to each 3, like each, what's the word? Like, step of the dance, quote-unquote dance. So that might save your life knowing that. Here we go towards the two last weapons. America's Hammer. Basically, this is the boss weapon. You know, it's actually pretty cool. Jump to there, and basically dash in the air towards someone. Like, it's actually pretty cool. And then you slam it to the ground. It creates like a shockwave. Radagon signature attack, yep. And the last weapon is Dragon King's Cragblade. And this, personally, I don't really like thrusting swords. I find it a little weird. Not too sure why, but I did really love this weapon art. And I'll use one of these real quick, just in case I don't have enough. Probably do, but this is the weapon art. Yeah. Blasted Deusax, I think is how you get this sword from. Won't say anymore, obviously. But if you're watching this, probably already know the jargon and whatnot. But that is basically going to be it. I know I don't have too many weapons. I'm not really trying to find them all, but I do want to find the cooler weapons. And those, from all the digging around I found, those are basically the weapons that are the coolest, in my opinion. That's pretty cool. Stuff like that just grabs my attention. And yeah, that will be it for this Elden Ring video. I might make more Elden Ring videos actually, but that'll be it. And I know I haven't been posting much on YouTube at all. I don't know. Just been doing stuff. My arms hurt and whatnot for reasons, but like my entire body's sore for doing stuff. But hey, hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, please. And I'll catch you in the next Elden Ring video. See ya.